Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and if you've been upcycling with me for a little while now, you probably recognize this awesome reverse dye tulle denim vest combo that I created for my 30 days of refashions. I think this was number 21. I think so, but I will put the whole playlist down below for you guys, as well as the original tutorial for this one, so if you like this, you can make it yourself. Now, I know all of we refashionistas experience this, where you make something and you think, yeah, that came out great, but then you're kind of looking at it, you put it on a few more times and you think, eh, not really my style. I can improve this. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today with this awesome, already half done project. And I think we might add some sleeves, shorten it. I don't know. Let's go down to my studio and get making. For this pretty darn easy project, all you need is your sleeveless top plus enough fabric to create 2 sleeves for your top. Now, I also grabbed the sleeves that I had previously removed from this shirt in the original tutorial because I actually want to attach the original sleeve cuffs to the new sleeves because I think that's going to look pretty cool, so I'm going to do that as well. Okay, so to find the measurement for your sleeves, there's actually a couple of different ways you can do that. Of course, you can simply eyeball it, which, I mean, why not, right? You want this to be a quick and easy project, just eyeball it. You can grab your fabric and, just let me open it up here, gonna line it up with the shoulder seam at the top, and then bring it down to the underarm seam, add a couple of centimeters for seam allowance, and then just gonna fold that in half. And now I just can chop this here, and I pretty much have the correct width of my sleeve. And because this fabric is already the correct length that I want, I don't have to worry about that. But if you want to do things totally properly, you can, of course, grab your tailor's measure and measure this out like so, and this is 28, so I'm going to add 2 centimeters for seam allowance, 30, which will then, because it needs to be doubled over, become 60 centimeters. So now I know that I need a width of 60 centimeters, and then you can simply measure the length of a sleeve that you like the length of that already exists in your wardrobe, or you can measure your actual arm length to get the correct length. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of my fabric. They are pretty evenly chopped into the same size, and I have folded each of them in half. Now I'm just going to go stitch one of the open long edges together and create 2 tubes for my sleeves. Hooray! I now have 2 lovely light and airy sleeves. But remember, I said I wanted to add the original sleeve cuffs onto the new fancy sleeves, so let's do that right now. So clearly the first thing I have to do here is chop off the sleeve cuffs, and I want to give myself at least 1 centimeter here of seam allowance because I don't want to be stitching on top of this really thick denim seam. Okay, so I have my sleeve inside out and I have my chopped cuff right side out, and I am going to put my right side out cuff inside the inside out sleeve, and then that way when everything is flipped right side out, I will have the right sides facing, which is what we want. Okay, now I'm gonna do what I always do when my exterior fabric is bigger, wider, longer than my interior fabric here, and I'm just gonna do my little pin tucks to match everything up together before I then stitch it together. So if you've been following me for any length of time, then you will know that pin tucks are like my favorite thing because they're very, very easy to do, much easier than gathering fabric with your machine and trying to match everything up. And I just really actually like the look of it. I really like the gathers that pin tucks leave you when it's all stitched together. So I'm gonna go and finish doing this, and then I'm gonna stitch it together, and then I'm gonna do the other one, and then we can put it onto the vest. My sleeves are done and they look freaking awesome. That is so adorably fantastic. Now let's put them onto the vest. Okay, so I have my vest inside out, I have my sleeves right side out, and I am going to pop one of my sleeves into the armhole of the vest, and then, as always, I will have the right sides facing. And now I'm going to line up this kind of underarm seam here of the sleeve with the underarm seam of the vest. Shake everything down, get it all lined up together, and now I can go stitch it together. And you see, my eyeball measuring worked out pretty darn awesome this time. Okay, the sleeves are on and they look so frickin' adorable, but I am not happy with the length of this. It's just a bit too long for me, so I'm going to chop the length and then we can try it on and style it up. So as you can see, I took it a little bit further, and after chopping it, I found some adorable vintage lace in my stash, and I bound up the chopped edge, and I shall link down below for my oldie but goodie edge hem binding. What is that called? I don't know. Fabric hem binding tutorial. Anyway, it's an oldie but goodie, so it'll be down below for you. And now we can finally try it on and style it up. La la! This is another one that came out phenomenally well. How adorable does that look? And, you know, more proof that refashioning, it's just the most awesome thing ever, because you have something in your blah, blah, you have something in your closet that you don't really like, so you refashion it. But it turns out that that is also something that maybe you don't really like, so you know what? You just refashion it again into something that you absolutely love and will totally wear. I mean, I like this so much now because it's just so pretty and delicate here, and I really love the combination of a delicate fabric like tulle with something more, you know, hardy like a denim. And because, you know, Y2K fashion is back, and I am definitely old enough to remember wearing this kind of stuff in the early 2000s, so I guess I'm unintentionally in style once again with one of my makes. Plus, you know, double denim is absolutely back, which is actually called a Canadian tuxedo. So I'm Canadian, got on my Canadian tuxedo today. And yeah, I actually, guys, I got something new for you for this edition of A Troll Time. I have a brand new staff member. Her name is Chantal, and she is my fantastic production assistant. So take it away, Chantal.
Right, hi, just give me a sec, I've got to fix my lippy. Right, okay, right, like Sheri said, I'm Chantal, and I just got this job, and so hopefully I'm going to do a good job, because I need a job. And Sheri seems like a pretty nice lady to work for, even though these comments, you know, I don't get it, because she's a nice lady, and she's just, you know, sharing everything for free. So come on, be nice. Right, so today's comment comes from Margot, and Margot says, "You are so not a professional, and your sewing is terrible." First of all, Margot, what are you like? Your spelling is terrible, and you're telling that Sheri's not a professional? She's not a professional. She says it all the time. She's not a professional. She taught herself how to use a sewing machine not that long ago, actually. And Yeah, she always says if she can do it, anyone can do it because she's not a professional. Do you get it? Look on her blog, on her channel, everywhere she's saying she's not a professional. But what I do think you need to do, Margot, is maybe go see a professional about your spelling and grammar because that's terrible. What are you like? That's hilarious. Okay, anyway, I just don't know what to say about that. That's too funny. Do you think that's funny? That's super funny. Right, okay, I hope you enjoyed it, my first troll time, and please do be nice and let Sheri down know if you like me and if you want me to come back. My name is Chantal, and yeah, I put in an effort for you guys today, so hopefully I look okay to be on the camera, and until next time, I forgot my line. What?
Stay safe.
What is it?
Stay safe.
What?
Stay well.
Oh, until next time, stay safe, stay well, and Refashionista Sheri and me, Chantal, will catch you on the zigzag. All right then.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.